What's good? I don't know. The only thing that I haven't talked to you about is Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Is on Game of Thrones still in vogue?
It's still hot right now. I think it's less hot. People, what is this?
Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I thought it was the worst thing that has ever been on television.
Really?
So I texted a bunch of people that I know like the show.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I know book readers are going to hate this.
Yeah.
I had a couple people tell me they thought it was good.
I'm sure.
I wasn't sure. I was watching it with Shalmar, and she thought it was awful.
What did she think was bad about it?
That Dany went crazy for no reason. That her entire arc is, I'm going to free the world of tyrants, and then she just burned a bunch of peasants to death.
Well, I think George is definitely going to do that, but I think it's going to make more sense when it happens.
She's mad because Cersei cut her friend's head off.
Yeah.
She has killed every crossbow that can hurt her dragon.
Yeah.
Cersei is sitting in a tower that she can see, and she went, instead of flying there and lighting her on fire,
Goodbye, Main Street.
I'm going to kill all these peasants.
She did like 40 strafes, man. It was
Yeah.
wild.
Well, the other thing
Zoom.
you don't get the full understanding of it because of the way they cut it, but it's like, yeah, she's just spending an hour murdering peasants for no reason.
Yeah.
It's like, you spent so long murdering peasants that Cersei actually could have escaped.
Mm-hmm. That was what I was thinking. I was like, she's gone. She's totally out there. No, I think George is definitely going to go Mad Queen. It makes a lot of sense. It works if it's executed in a way that feels organic.
Yeah, there's a million ways they could have done it. Don't kill Rhaegal the episode before. Have him get crossbowed down this time. Have Jon do something that makes her think that he's turned on her. Or like have her tell Tyrion that he doesn't believe that the bell means a surrender. So when she hears the bell, she thinks that Tyrion betrayed her and she's being tricked. Have her go paranoid. Instead, she's just kind of reasonable the whole time. And then...
angry.
Yeah, I just felt that was the most unbelievable character turn.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I was laughing. I found it has become a comedy as far as I'm concerned.
Here's what I was like when she did that. When Euron floated up on shore. Oh my God, Jaime, dude, that guy can teleport literally wherever the story needs him to be. It is incredible.
That was whack. The dude is dying, and instead of being upset about dying, he just goes, "I killed Jaime Lannister."
What a one-dimensional fake villain.
It was terrible.
And also Jaime, who's like, his entire arc is that he's no longer a fighter, and Euron's is that he's pretty freaking badass. Jaime just wins.
Yeah.
Like, what? The guy can't swing his sword. He's left-handed. That was actually the worst for me, was Euron Jaime.
Really?
Yeah, and then the double stab, I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, shrug it off, walk up a couple stairs and then downstairs for an hour and like breathe heavy. Like, meanwhile, Sandor just cuts 1, 2, 3, 4 Kingsguard down, no problem.
Not mad about that.
I'm not mad about that. The hit points on people were just frustrating to me. To watch Jaime take 2 in the gut and then forget about it. You know, the thing about Jaime stab wounds is he forgot about them.
Yeah. I've actually, there were so many things that I didn't like about it that I blacked most of it out.
My biggest thing, I enjoyed pieces of the spectacle. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, cool, blowing up. Like, I like watching the dragon blow the ships up. That was fine.
Did you like the reveal that Arya is a secret Targaryen?
What do you mean?
I mean, the entire world around her has been killed by fire, but she survived. So obviously she's...
Yeah, they just wanted a POV on the ground. What my biggest gripe is
and that horse, also Targaryen.
Dude, I felt nothing throughout it. That was the big thing. Is I remember like little stuff like Yoren from the Night's Watch dying in whatever season 2, the guy who takes Arya to the wall and being like, oh, Yoren. You know what I mean? I've known you for 4 episodes. And like, no. And I didn't feel anything while I watched this episode. Like when Euron and Jaime fought, there was no suspense. I didn't think Jaime would die. I didn't think Euron would live. You know, I was
actually shocked because I saw that fight happening. I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be
Henry said at the beginning of it, he said, Jaime's going to get mortally wounded and shrug it off and then walk up the stairs real slow. I was like, come on, man.
I thought Jaime actually had died when he got stabbed. I was like, oh wow, that was surprising. Euron should win this, and he won, and now Jaime's dead, and there's no Cersei reunion. And then he got back up, and I went, that's my bad.
Of course.
That's my bad.
Yeah. No, so my biggest thing is I just remember reading the books and reading The Red Wedding, for instance, and having to put the book down and to take a lap and walk away, and having my life be impacted by these unreal characters in a way that was so visceral, and I felt in my guts and my trembling hands. And then I watched this, and I didn't feel anything. Yeah. I'm just numb. Not even numb. I laughed a couple times. I thought a couple things were flashy and explosive and fun, but yeah.
Do you think this is the greatest thing that could ever happen to George R. R. Martin, though?
Oh, yeah.
His series gets adapted amazingly.
Yep.
And then his ending, instead of being spoiled beautifully, is complete garbage. And so I think that everyone is going to be excited to buy his books and see what actually happens.
Yeah, me too. So I don't buy it for a second, but apparently the actor who played Barristan Selmy said that George had struck a deal. This makes no sense to me. That he had already finished Winds and A Dream of Spring, and he had struck a deal to not release him till after. Nope. Now, what would make sense if it were just Winds, you know what I mean? And he were like waiting to like hit the time they get their merch, he does his. But I wish.
Yeah, no,
it'd be super cool.
Suspect.
It's highly suspect. I haven't been so excited for Winds of Winter in years, honestly. Like, it switched. There was one point I was like, oh, the show will carry it from here. Yeah. And now I'm just back on like, dude, Winds, baby.
It's great for him.
What's going to happen to Stannis?
It's best case scenario.
Who knows? Anything could happen to Stannis. He could even die against a tree.
By Brienne.
By Brienne. So, Game of Thrones. What else you got?